Welcome to Fantasia, home the Melodious. My name's Azallea, and today, gonna be bringing you guys another Ritual Beast combo tutorial. So, in the last video, we explored the opening hand of Ritual Beast Tamer Elder, Spiritual Beast Conahawk, and the highly requested tech of Gold Sarcophagus. Now, in this video, we are going to be exploring a very similar hand, but we're gonna be having a Ritual Beast Tamer Elder with a Spiritual Beast Rampengu, and of course, the Gold Sarcophagus. Now, just to let you guys know, this opening hand pretty much has the same outcome as the normal Ritual Beast Tamer Elder and Spiritual Beast Conahawk opening hand, but this is slightly better than the opening hand of Ritual Beast Tamer Elder and Spiritual Beast Rampengu, of course, because we have Gold Sarcophagus that can allow us to extend a bit of our plays. Now, we don't really get an extra search as we did with the Ritual Beast Tamer Elder, the Spiritual Beast Conahawk, and the Gold Sarcophagus hand, where you can go for 3 searches with your ulti Conahawk during that turn, aside from the Tamer to set things up. But this opening hand you can go for 2 searches, but you're going to end up with the ability to defuse 2 monsters on your opponent's turn. So that's going to be very nice. So anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So starting off, we're going to normal summon our Ritual Beast Tamer Elder to our side of the field, and with his effect, you can normal summon your copy of Spiritual Beast Rampengu as well. And then you're going to activate your Spiritual Beast Rampengu's effect, and you're going to banish a copy of Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio from your extra deck in order to send a copy of Spiritual Beast Apelio from your deck to the graveyard. It's very, very important that you get Apelio into your graveyard as soon as possible, because you're going to need him in order to set up your banish zone for a lot of your searches. Anyway, now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and summon our first Ritual Beast Ulti Conahawk, and Ulti Conahawk is of course going to help us search out one of our tamers that we need. So it doesn't matter which one, Elder or Pengu, that you put back, but the other card that you must target is going to be Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio, because that's what's actually going to touch our graveyard. Now we're going to defuse into our Elder and our Spiritual Beast Rampengu, and summon them back to our side of the field, putting the Ulti Apelio back into our graveyard, and then we can go for our first search. Now, as always, you can go ahead and search out any of the tamers that special summon from the graveyard when they're normal summoned. So you have Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyr, or you have Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. Personally, I'm just going to go with Lara as always, just in case my viewers are watching and they're playing a field spell variant. You want to keep your Zephyr in your deck, just in case you draw into Oracle Zephyr, something that can go ahead and search her. So now what you want to do is activate your Spiritual Beast Rampengu's effect, and you want to banish a copy of Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio here. This allows you to send a copy of your Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda to your graveyard, and she is one of the most important cards to have in circulation because she is a floater. She can float into whatever you want, extra deck monster, main deck monster. She is just phenomenal on the opponent's turn. Now that we've used Rampengu's effect, we can go ahead and use the Elder and Rampengu for a link summon for our Ritual Beast Ulti Hsinhsincookie. And Ulti Hsinhsincookie can activate its effect, and it can banish whatever you want from your graveyard. You can banish something like the Winda. Even though she hasn't been special summoned, it doesn't really matter because you want to special summon the Apelio with your Lara. So I'm going to normal summon the Lara, and I'm going to special summon the Spiritual Beast Apelio from my graveyard. And now Apelio can actually just activate and banish whatever you need from here. So I'm just going to banish the Rampengu just because. Now I'm actually going to activate Gold Sarcophagus right now, and I'm going to banish another copy of a Ritual Beast monster that we don't have in circulation yet. So in this case, it's going to be Spiritual Beast Petalfin, and she's also level 4, which kind of does matter if you want to go for some toolboxing options with rank 4s later. So now what we can do is actually go for our Ritual Beast Ulti Conahawk and go for a first search for any of the trap cards that you might want. So with Ulti Conahawk, we are going to activate its effect, and now we can target the copy of Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio and a copy of Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda. Oof, I can't talk. Alright, so now we're going to defuse our Ritual Beast Ulti Conahawk, and we're going to target our Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda and our Spiritual Beast Petalfin. And we're going to summon both of those back to our side of the field and go for a first search. Now, of course, this first search depends on whatever else you opened with in your hand. If you open with Steeds, you can go for Ambush. If you open with Ambush, you can go for Steeds, and whatever else you might need. So in this case, I'm just going to go for Ritual Beast Steeds because we're going to assume that we opened with nothing else. Now here you can go for a second search by going for your ulti Kanahawk, but I just want to mention yet again, I mentioned in the last video, I want to mention it here as well, just in case you haven't seen it. You can go for your Baguska right here, right now, and it is a fantastic option for Ritual Beast, especially because you know, you have access to level 4s. This negates all of your opponent's effects if they like normal summon a monster, it gets switched to defense mode, and of course all monsters in defense position have their effects negated and things like that. But the cool thing is that the interaction with Ritual Beast Ulti Hsinhsincookie is just absolutely amazing, because Ulti Hsinhsincookie is a link monster. It cannot be put into defense position. That means during your opponent's turn, you can still defuse your Ulti Hsinhsincookie into your Ritual Beast monsters, and because you have things like Steeds, Ambush, whatever else that you searched out, now you have potential disruption as well as just blanket negation for all of your opponent's monsters that basically aren't link monsters, and it's just a fantastic way to help you control the field and set up. So it's a really safe option to go for right now if you wanted to do that. But for the sake of this combo video, I'm just going to continue playing this out and show you what you can do with Ritual Beast Ulti Kanahawks. So gonna go for another copy of Ritual Beast Ulti Kanahawk, and we're gonna special summon it out, and we're gonna go ahead and go for another search. So now what you want to do is put back the monsters that you don't really need or not going to be very useful on your opponent's turn. So Petalfin is not that great because even though she has high defense, we have Lara for that if we do need it, and we have Spiritual Beast Rampengu that you can put back as well, because Apelio is just better to summon. Now, going for our search, I'm just going to go ahead and search out a copy of Ritual Beast Ambush, because assuming you have nothing else, you can search these two traps. You can of course search out a Tamer if you would like, because that can help open up next turn plays to bring something back from your graveyard or banished pile, and you can go for more extra deck monsters. But here, now, we're just going to set both of these trap cards, and we're going to go into our opponent's turn, and I'm going to show you what you can do now. This is really similar to the opening hand of just standard Elder and Kanahawk, because you can tag out with both your Ulti Kanahawk and your Ulti Hsinhsincookie. So first you want to tag out with your Ulti Kanahawk, and you're going to special summon out your Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda and your Spiritual Beast Apelio, and that puts the bodies onto your side of the field, and it's going to be very good for you because now your Apelio can actually banish a Spiritual Beast monster from your graveyard so that you can potentially defuse there as well. So you can go for Petalfin, Rampengu, whatever you want. In this case, I'm just going to go for Rampengu. And now what you notice is that Ulti Hsinhsincookie could trigger. You can actually activate the Ulti Hsinhsincookie to defuse into your Lara and your Rampengu if you ever need to. In this case, right now, we're not pressured or anything, so you can sit on your 2900 defense Winda and your Apelio that's just buffing everybody up. You also have access to, of course, Steeds and Ambush. You have a lot of recovery plays. If you're going for this, actually, you don't really need to search out the Ambush because you have enough ways to bring back a lot of monsters from your banished pile. The Ambush is just there in case you want to bring something back from your graveyard as well. Now the Steeds, of course, if you search out a second copy of Steeds instead of the Ambush, you have just more potential to just nuke your opponent's field. And again, if you had Baguska on the field, your opponent's going to be locked out of attacking you with anything that's not a link monster. So there's that as well. But anyway, that really just puts an end to this combo tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe for more Ritual Beast content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.